station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, it is time for Veterans News. Hank Whittier is in the studio.
Today, why wouldn't I be?
Good morning, Hank.
I have no place else to go, Larry.
And I need to let you know you have Ashley Lopez on the phone from Ocala Fire Rescue.
We're going to have a real busy show. We have our good friends from CF here today and a couple of other people. And let's listen. I know the fire department's got some casualties. So, Ashley.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ashley. If you go ahead and give us your casualties, we'd appreciate it.
Yes, unfortunately I have 8 to report. Last month there was some trouble getting the calls through, so I have some from last month and this month as well.
Okay. Ashley, could you do this month? Because I think what we've done is we've already done those other ones ourselves. So if you could just do the ones we sent you, I think yesterday or from this week.
Sure.
Because when you guys don't call in, we mention them anyway.
Okay, well, I'm glad to know that. Thank you so much. We had firefighter Jamie Middlebrook. He was a volunteer with more than 20 years of service over at New Carlisle Fire Department, and he passed away from injuries sustained on duty during a structure fire. And also, firefighter Jonathan French had an unfortunate incident while helping in a accident with a semi-tractor. He was struck, and the fire apparatus he was in as well while operating the scene at Interstate 65. He was from Glendale Fire Department, and he had served for 5 years.
Is that it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, listen, Ashley, thanks for calling in, and we'll be sending you. Hopefully, we won't be. I hope there's no casualties, but if we do, we'll send you a list every week, and just call in and let us know who passed in the line of duty. We appreciate that.
Will do. Thank you, sir.
Okay. You have a good one now.
Bye-bye. You too.
Okay. We're still trying to work that out, I think, with the Sheriff's Department and their call-in. So Gary has some casualties.
We do have a law enforcement casualty. Officer Scott Patrick from Mendota Heights Police Department in Minnesota. And we have 2 Department of Defense casualties, both the United States Army. We have Major General Harold Green, killed in Afghanistan, and Army Staff Sergeant Gerald D. Glass, Jr. Was killed at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And our hopes and our prayers and our thoughts go out to the families of these firefighters, police officers, and military folks.
Okay. Does anybody have anybody local they want to mention that has passed? Okay. Larry, if you would, please.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
I'm just, you done? Thank you. All right, we appreciate it. And I told you that we always look forward to the days that we won't have casualties. We've got a busy show this morning because we do have our good friends from CF. As you know, Vets Helping Vets is, I don't know if you don't know, working very closely with the local college and We have a meeting tomorrow with Henry Ben Lolo to discuss internships and other things. So they're very pro-veteran out there, and we appreciate all the good things they do. A good friend of mine came by, Jane Morley, who's running for school board, and just seeing her here reminds me to tell you about the elections. You know, they're coming up soon. The end of the month, the 26th, I believe, is the primary. And I'll tell you, a lot of those races will be decided that day. You won't get a chance to vote on some of those people in November because that day will determine a lot of the local races. So you need to get out there and vote. You need to know who the candidates are. As you know, I'm kind of anti-incumbent, particularly as it relates to the school board, given the test scores that we're getting. I have a friend on the school board, but so be it. That's a mess out there, and we'll talk about more of that more extensively later about that in another show. So we have a couple of commercials to do, and then we're going to get into CF and talk about that a little bit.
It's going to be probably your last chance to get down to Palm Chevrolet and get in on the red, white, and boom sale. It's still going on, so get there quick. They're located at 2300 Southwest College Road in beautiful Ocala, and make sure you tell them you heard about them on WOCA and the Veterans News Hour. And special thanks to Bob Wines, Camellia Garden and Nursery. Bob Wines is located at 2610 Southeast 38th Street in beautiful Ocala. They have all your gardening needs, everything from planting accessories to trees, and they guarantee the trees. And get this, if you are a veteran, you will get a 10% discount at Bob Wines.
Okay, very good. All the things you need. I'm sure all these people at the table will be out buying Chevys and buying plants this weekend.
Well, you can carry everything in the Chevy home.
Yeah.
Why not?
All right, listen. We're going to let Todd take the. He's going to introduce everybody. Todd is with CF and one of its programs. I'll let you go ahead and take the lead, Todd, and introduce all your good-looking folks here. And I'm exaggerating a little.
All right. I guess I'll start with myself. My name's Todd Ryland. I am the outreach specialist for the Excel It program at the College of Central Florida. To my left, we have Michael Curtis, our educational advisor for the Excel It program. We also have LaShawna Brooks, who's the veteran specialist at the college. And then we also have Katie Jo Schmidt from Career Source. She's the business development coordinator over there.
Okay, well, listen, you gave me you'll learn this. You gave me a handout with questions to ask, but I never follow script. Okay? Yeah, everybody knows I don't follow script, so I'm going to let you take the lead on it. You go where you want to go with, and I know you brought some extra guests this morning, but, again, to talk to people about the veterans, there's over 500 veterans, I understand, enrolled out there. And Don and I have been spending a lot of time out there. Matter of fact, he enrolled. I've been real impressed with what you all do, and the courtesy and the care and concern you show veterans. We're real appreciative. That's why we want to work closer with you, and it's a great partnership. So let's find out what you all do and what your program does and Career Source does and a few other things. I know what LaShawna does. She does great things with veterans, so we appreciate it.
I think we'll probably start with LaShawna and have her just talk about how she can help the veterans on campus.
Well, Todd and Hank, how are you today?
Doing good.
How you doing?
Listen, you're here. I am doing outstanding.
You look good.
You look. Listen, look what you're. With one exception, on that side of the table, I have to look at this. This is not. You understand why I get the big money, because I have to put up with these people all the time.
Okay, we're gonna get off my man with the blue shirt on.
Were you talking about me?
Well, obviously she was thinking about you at the time when I said ugly and all of that.
You're always cracking on them. Every time I see you, you crack on him.
I crack on everybody.
Okay. Well, I'm happy to announce to the public that College of Central Florida's Veterans Education Office has their own building. We have our own building called the CF Patriot Center for Veterans, and we're doing big things over there. We're trying to grow the program. Outside of me processing education benefits, we also have a bookshelf where veterans and their families can come and basically borrow a book for a semester instead of paying for the book themselves. We're trying to grow our Patriot pantry. We have a pantry for student veterans and their families, and even other students can come in if they're hungry. They can come and eat some food. The Spanish department actually.
Sorry.
The Spanish department actually donates a lot of goodies for the veterans and their families, and we have a lot of people donating canned goods and stuff like that. So just put a plug in. We would love to have more donations for our pantry. But other than that, our Veteran Resource Center is basically a place for veterans to come and kick back and relax and have a stress-free life. We like to reintegrate them back into civilian life because it's kind of tough for them coming straight back from Iraq and Afghanistan. So we try to make it as comfortable as possible, where they can come and get their education benefits and walk across the hall and chill out and relax on the couch, watch some TV, get a snack. And that's just what we do over there. We just like to make them feel as comfortable as possible.
Well, you do a great job because we've been out there a number of times, and exactly what you're doing, it's a warm feeling, camaraderie. So
Yes.
it's appreciated. What we can do, and you know, you're going to host the next roundtable discussion in
Yes,
the
we
community
are.
on the 19th of September.
Yes, we are.
And that's a kind of by invitation, but I think you'll have a little bigger crowd, and I'll give you the numbers so you can get your budget ready for that.
Okay,
Okay?
I will.
But you did a great job. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you, and I just love helping veterans and
Right.
working with military all
We got
together.
a lot of things to do. We'll do them together.
Okay.
I guess we'll go with Katie Jo Schmidt. She's from Career Source, and she's going to talk about some of the services that they provide over at Career Source.
Katie, thanks for coming in. I'm sorry you have to sit next to him, but it will get, believe me, your whole day will get better after today.
I'm
after
very
this morning.
comfortable.
I feel a little short sitting in this short chair here. But Hank, Todd, thank you for having us this morning. At Career Source Citrus Leaving Marion, we offer priority services to general veterans through our Roadmap staff assisted services and to disabled veterans through the DVOP. Some of our services include one-on-one consults with our placement specialist, assistance with job placement, information on local job market, and then also we provide skills and interest assessments. One particular assessment is the CTORC, which identifies skills gaps when transitioning from different careers, from career to career, which is essential for military, generally because when you're transitioning from military to civilian world, it's a completely different, there's completely different lingo that we use, and a lot of our veterans would not understand the skills that you learned in the military and how to apply them in the civilian world. I would also like to add that our organization appreciates and supports military veterans. We have plenty of veterans on our staff, including myself and our CEO.
Yeah, well, I know LaShawna is U.S. Army, correct?
Yes, that's
and
correct.
you were
U.S. Army.
U.S. Army? All right, very good.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Yeah, obviously so.
Use the Marines here.
Listen, I'd welcome the two of those in the Marine Corps.
We all
Thank
fight
you.
together.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
And some,
One team, one fight.
Listen, again, thank you. And do you have individual numbers of veterans or families of veterans or people want to know information about you? Have individual numbers at the college people can get you at?
I do. I have a direct dial.
Yeah, if you let us know how that works.
Okay. Well, they can visit my office. It's called the Patriot Job Connection. We are located in the Enterprise Center on the campus, Ocala campus of the College of Central Florida. My direct dial is 9737, extension 1177.
Okay, do that one more time since you got hesitated. You're a little.
It's 352-873-7939, extension 1177.
Outstanding, very good. And LaShawna, I know you have a direct line, don't you?
Yes, it's 352-854-2322, extension 1595.
Outstanding.
And we are located in Building 11 on the Ocala campus.
Yeah, very good.
This may be a funny question for you, but do you have to go to school to take advantage of some of the services that you have there?
Well, if you are not eligible for benefits, there are different resources. Like I have Vets Helping Vets that helps me with any veteran. We also have soft connections to the VA hospital, the VA health clinic. So I welcome all veterans.
No matter if they're enrolled or not.
Yeah. I think that's what I think what she's saying, she can refer them out to where they can get the help, and then, and that's what she's talking about. So, I mean, there are things they can do, but for instance, some of those resources we know about are really restricted to enrolled students, particularly financial and things like that, because that's what the program was designed to help. Now, she knows where to send people, whether to us or to the VA for other services that are out there. I see 2 stars in the making. They'll probably have their own show by the end of the day. I can see that happening. Is Mike next?
Well, I was going to talk a little bit about what the Excel It program is all about.
You just cut Mike right out of there.
Yeah.
Didn't get a chance, Michael.
He's saving the best for last.
Oh, okay. I'm sure he is, yeah.
But again, the Excel It program's brand new to the college. We were awarded the grant as a federal grant from the Department of Labor. This is totaling about $10 million. The college received about $3 million. Like I said, it started in about October 2013, and we really hit the ground running. The purpose of the grant program is to provide some short-term training and some certificate programs in areas such as IT, information technology, engineering technology, logistics and supply chain management, and entrepreneurship, of course. So if an individual wants to explore a new career, improve on some existing skills, obtain some new training in your field, or just experience some personal growth, the Excel It program has a number of course offerings that can really provide an individual with a lot of different training opportunities.
Okay. You have a number, and I don't want to be stepping on everybody's toes, but you gave me a brochure the other day with course offerings, and you have a lot of free courses.
Yes, especially for the veterans. Within the fall schedule that we have a number of computer classes, some leadership skills training, QuickBooks, which is an accounting program that's used. So veterans can take those non-credit classes for free. And when I say non-credit, all that means is it doesn't count towards college credit. It's still a high level of information and education that you'll receive. So,
okay,
absolutely.
Okay, and again, if people are interested in reaching you at your particular department?
I do have a direct line. It's 352-873-5855, and we are located in the Ewers Century Center, which is the big building that you'll see off State Road 200. We're located in room 105, so right when you walk through the front entrance, you just turn to your right, and our office is right there.
Very good, excellent. Okay, and now we have dessert. Is Mike dessert?
Mike is dessert.
Okay,
I like that, Hank.
I think he's going to talk a little bit more about some of the...
You got a hard act to follow. The 2 ladies
I know.
did good,
I've been
and
taking
surprisingly,
notes.
even Todd did well this week. Todd, by the way, your supervisor's name is
Lauren Carr.
Lauren Carr. You remember Lauren?
Yes, I do.
And I'm sure she's listening, and I was hoping she'd show up today, but
We'll save it for
We'll
her.
save it for another day when Lauren's here. I have some special remarks for Lauren, but she was a nice lady, and she does a great job out there, and it's just a little joke we have going on between us. So, hey, Michael, I didn't want to cut into your time, but
That's okay. I guess, Todd, what I'm talking about is the benefits of joining Excel It. We have, I think the biggest selling point of what we offer in the Excel It program is the options. We do have a mixture of credit and non-credit classes. The non-credit classes do give the skills that a lot of employers in the area are looking for upward mobility, to increase their skill set or the effectiveness of their employees on the job. Not only do we have individualized training, but we do, and it's fairly recent, but we're starting, to gain momentum in the corporate training arena. So employers are coming to us saying that they need specialized training for a group of their employees. So I would say probably the greatest benefit is the individual one-on-one advising. Since this is a veteran-focused show, veterans oftentimes have a lot of military family, and the biggest thing is just adjusting, from active duty, from being separated into, re-entering, I guess, civilian society. It's a lot slower, I guess, in the civilian world than it is in active duty. And having an advisor in the program, of which I'm the educational advisor for the Excel It program, kind of takes a lot of the stress out of reacclimating, especially to the college environment. We have students that are not, they don't have college experience, so they're going into college for the first time. We have students that have master's degrees We have some students that don't even have a high school diploma. So, having that advisor and I'm able to walk them through the steps to being successful, I think is probably one of the greatest selling points that we have. We do have partnerships with CareerSource. Katie Jo mentioned some of the great services that they have. They've also stepped up to create specialized classes specifically for our Excellent students, of which are free of charge to those students. We've also partnered with the Small Business Development Center. They're on campus. They're right next door to us, and their aim is to help small businesses, growing businesses, solve the problems that they're having day to day. We've also partnered with many employers in the area to assist with or give feedback on some of the content that we have in the courses that we teach. They provide shadowing opportunities, internship opportunities, and some even employment opportunities. So they come to us to assist them with, locating those candidates and filling those needs. So they oftentimes give preferential treatment to Excellent students. So that's definitely a benefit in today's world, as it relates to trying to find a job. Those are probably the greatest benefits, and the flexibility we have with our non-credit courses is if we get enough feedback from people, let's say if we get a group of 25 veterans that say they want to learn this, if we're able to locate a teacher, we have the flexibility of creating that class and making it available to them relatively quickly.
Yeah. Well, again, we've been spending a lot of time out there, myself and some of the board of directors people, and it's been nothing but a great welcoming, and then we're looking forward to some really strong partnerships between the veteran community, and I think have you spoken to the Veterans Council yet? I think that's in the plans to get over there and get that word out to speak to those guys over there. But there's a lot of needs out here, and you folks in the college are really providing and filling a lot of those needs that the veterans are asking for. But it's a lot of hard work, but we appreciate you doing that. Are you a veteran yourself?
I am not.
No, but you understand the needs of the veterans because you talk to it very well, and I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Todd, anything you want to sum it up with?
Well, there's one important thing I'd like to add. The reason we're providing this training or these certificate programs is because the degrees that we're offering in the certificate programs are some of the more high demand, high career growth jobs, so they're high wage. There's a need in the Tri-County area, Citrus, Levy, and Marion, to get these people trained in these fields, like I already mentioned, in IT, engineering, technology, and entrepreneurship. So.
And Mike, we can reach you at do you have a direct line? Or?
Yes, I do. It's 352-854-2322, extension 1498.
Okay, and you have a big program coming up on 9/11, right?
That's correct, Hank. We do have a 9/11 event. It's done annually, but this year it's going to be at the Patriot Center for Veterans this year. And it's just basically a time where we just remember those who lost their lives during 9/11. We also will have our open house that same day. So it's going to start promptly at 9 o'clock a.m. because we like to have our moment of silence during the when the second plane hit the tower.
Okay, very good. Appreciate that.
Hank, I want to just jump in for a second. One of the major challenges with the educational part and the transition is managing expectations of veterans. Mm-hmm. When they come in, they expect something, and when they leave, do they accomplish what they think they're coming in for? And it's hard to manage that because you can't tell them that they're going to get a job and they're going to get paid this much money. You're going to just help them, lead them to that, and prepare them for those adventures, challenges.
Yeah. That's the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
And I think if I could add to that, what will probably be of value to veterans, we're working with an employer in the area. They're currently hiring 20 positions, of which we're heavily involved. We've created an application for them. We're a part of the screening process for those positions. So, we can't guarantee it, but we can show real fruit or evidence that what we do is making an impact in the area.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll have all of you on again. We'll do, I think the next segment will be an hour show we'll do in the fall or maybe the winter, and because I think there's a lot of information out there and a lot of services, for particularly, not for just veterans, but of course my interest is veterans. And I think we can work very closely together to just make things better. So hopefully I'll see some of you at that event that LaShawn is going to host on the 19th. Gary, Palm Chevrolet, and Bob Wine's Nursery are always good to us, along with, I know you're going to say Larry and the Source and all that stuff. Thank you, Larry. We appreciate it. But listen, we got to move on. I want to thank everybody for coming in. Don't forget, we're moving closer to that election on the 26th of the month. Get out there and vote, and there's some good people running. I want to thank you for your service, and as I tell you every week, God bless America, everybody.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Years following a cell Hurricane Julio, which may pass to the north. In Baghdad, a big cleanup after a couple of car